Hello everyone, my name is Mod Sun. I am your new best friend. I'm here in the Netherlands, live in the flesh. And it is my pleasure to be talking with 932. I'm wonderful. We've been having a great time over here in Europe. We just played Rock am Ring and Rock am Park in Germany. It was awesome. This is great. I like this city. This is fun. I've been to Amsterdam before, but never anywhere else in the Netherlands. So this is cool. I like it here. Yeah, absolutely. I would love to come back here. I mean, I'm trying to really build up like a long-term relationship with Europe, you know? So it's been really nice, slowly building, but I haven't done enough in Europe, so this is kind of opening the door to it. Obviously I've never been here before. There's people here tonight, and I mean, that just excites me, you know? Well, it's important to me because I am permanently one with those kind of artists, you know? I always have had an underdog mentality, so it's it means a lot to me to bring people out, especially on their first tours. I love doing that. I have a lot of experience being on the road. I've been doing this for 20 years. So I like to give new artists, I like to give them a good experience that makes them want to do this, you know? It can be rough for an artist to go out on their first tours or go support. Also, I have a really great crowd that a lot of artists have a crowd that is only there to see the headliner. They're only there to see them. I have something totally different where it's the people that come to see me, they really love the entire show. So I like to introduce my people to the same music that I like. I mean, I'm a big proponent of that. I like to introduce people to things that they don't know about. When we were booked to play this show, they sent over a couple artists to have open, and I listened to all their music and I really like them. So I think they're great. They're also really nice people. That's important to me. Yeah. It's music is part of it. The other part of it is the people behind the music, you know, which that means a lot to me. So they're really great people, you know, they seem to like what I do. So it's nice to show love back, you know. And then there's this great artist named Lolo who just got added to the show. She's a great artist. I've known of her music for a while, so good. I mean, it's still pretty new, but I did a tour for it, and judging just by the crowd, you know, that's what really means the most to me is numbers that you see on the internet with streams and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't hit as much as people in real life. So when I go and play these songs live and people know the words and they sing them, that's when it really clicks to me oh, people like these songs. But you know, at the end of the day, I make the music for myself, you know. I like to ride around in my car and listen to my own music. I really like that. So I enjoy the songs, you know. Mm-hmm. And if other people do, that's just a bonus. Yeah, well, it's based off of Sex Pistols. God Save the Queen, you know what I'm saying? So, and that saying, you know, my album prior to it was called Internet Killed the Rock Star, which is a take on Video Killed the Radio Star, you know? So it's kind of it was a 2-album cycle where I wanted to flip names of classic things that have happened in history and kind of bring it to right now culture. And then also just deeper, it's being a young person in this world, as someone who's not necessarily a young person anymore, I like to share any wisdom and advice and look out for young people, you know? So growing up in this time, it's a strange time to be a young person with social media and the constant idea of comparison and the idea of needing to be perfect and sharing your whole life and all that. So I like to shed light on telling people to be gentle on themselves, you know, not be so hard on themselves. 2 animals. I would say a caterpillar and a butterfly. So maybe not animals, I guess insects. Um, a caterpillar and a butterfly, which are essentially the same thing, but they're two totally different creatures as well. And it's about growth, you know? This whole album was really like an album about growth. I write about my real life, so at the time, well, I made that album, it was like, it was a love album. It was about being in love and talking about my real life. And looking back on it, it's kind of like me capturing that time in my life, which has now led me to grow a lot from that point in my life, you know? It's soon, you know, a caterpillar thinks its life is over, and then it becomes a butterfly and lives a whole other life. And that kind of like sums up the album to me, you know? You think it's the end and a new beginning starts. Well, I've never done a cover before, so I thought that was really cool to include on this album. The album's name is God Save the Teen, so I thought of a song that really kind of saved me in my teens. And when I look back to it, like Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls, that song really made me, I grew up in a small town in Minnesota, and in my town there was no one else like me. There was no one else wanting to do what I was doing. Everyone surrounding me was chasing sports or academics, and I wanted to be a skateboarder and a drummer and in bands and go on tour. And when I heard that song, it just always reminded me that there was other people out there like me, you know? It's really funny when you say, and I don't want the world to see me because I don't think that they would understand. All of a sudden you realize that there are other people out there that feel the same way you do, that you're surrounded by people who don't understand you. So that album really helped, or that song really helped me out as a kid, you know? So I felt it was important to put part of my story into it. Yeah, the song that starts the album is called Eyelids. And I pictured, while making that song, I pictured it being a performance, you know? And the energy that it would have. And like starting a song a cappella, you know? It just starts out with just my voice. That's how the album starts, just my voice. I thought that'd be so cool. That's how I started my last tours. I'd just walk out. It'd be just me and the mic, and I'd sing that first part of it. And yeah, I made it for that reason, instead of like this build up of an album where it's like this bed of music and it like opens you up. I wanted to be like, I'm coming right at you, you know? Well, it's always friends of mine, you know? I've never worked with an artist that I didn't have some kind of friendship with. So I think I work with people that I'm fans of, you know? Someone that I'd like to hear my voice connect with, you know? I think that's really interesting with music, is like the idea of like proper duets, you know? Not just someone coming onto a song and doing their thing, but like really what they you know, I'm just interested in how other people make music and how other people write and what their message to the world is. So I think that I know my message, and it's a strong message always at the heart of it. That's like, believe in yourself. You know, manifestation is real. What you think inside your head is what you're asking for. And I've released like over 500 songs. You know, so when that's always kind of the basis of my message, it's nice to switch it up and let someone else come in and bring their message to my music. You know? So that's what I enjoy most about collaborations. Yeah, I've been making a lot of new music in the last like 2 months. A lot of new music. And I'll always be collaborating with artists. And I like to work with a lot of the same artists, my closest friends. You know, Black Bear, Machine Gun Kelly, we have multiple songs together. Those are 2 of my closest friends, you know? So I like to do that, and then I always like to like bring in someone that I've never worked with, you know? It's a great question. Selfishly, I'd say that I'd want it to be sold out every night because I love that. But obviously, I travel the world is part of the reason why I do this. You know, it's to go see places that I've never been, and you know, I'm really lucky because I used to go and travel the world when I was very young and be doing it for free. You know, be doing it. I sometimes pay to do it and lose money. At this point in my life, like, this is my job, and I get to go to places and get paid to be there. It's like the most beautiful gift ever. Oh, to my Dutch fans, if you're out there, please stick with me. I would love to continue coming back here. This is a beautiful place, and I plan to continue visiting this until the day I'm dead. You know, I still am just getting started. Have plans to do this for the rest of my life, and I'd love to really build something over here with y'all. And everyone that I meet out here is so kind. So yeah, I'd love to keep doing this.